Whoa! Hey! Why am I happy? I'm happy because I have an Oreo. No, that's not the reason. It's because you can. You can just change your altitude. Your attitude, and you can be happy. And when I get depressed, I knock on the door and I bring in my friend Bo.
There I am.
How you doing? I heard that theme song running there.
Your thing. I was going to share it, and so it was like we're delayed. But hey, we're together. How are you, buddy?
It's the distance between Fridley and Hutchinson. There's a delay.
There is. That's what it is. We'll blame it on that.
I'm good, but my hands are cold, so I'm glad I've got my Bo mug here that keeps my hands warm.
I have a mug here.
Got a sensation. Woohoo!
See that? My lady
Absolutely.
and I. Cheerios to you.
So you know what our topic is today?
We're going to talk about happiness, finding happiness, right?
And you like them little S's I got at the bottom back there?
Yeah, well done. Well done. You know what? You're a graphical genius.
Some people say that money can't buy you happiness, but you know what? It helps.
It does help. I like. Put your graphic up again.
Ta-da!
See, I like that because I like the concept that you're finding happiness, because happiness doesn't just happen, right?
Yeah.
Happy is Happin, happiness. Happen is Happen, right? And you have to make it happen.
Pretty much, you have to make a decision to be happy. An analogy I use a lot is you wake up and you stub your toe, and it freaking hurts.
True story.
But why not laugh about it?
Yeah. You're right. Well, so in prep here, I saw a quote from someone, last name Ravikant, and the most important trick to being happy is to realize that happiness is a choice that you make and a skill that you develop. You choose to be happy, and then you work at it. It is just like building muscles.
Yes.
And I agree. It is a choice. It's something that happens. It doesn't happen to you. It happens for you, by you.
Yeah. Oh, we got our happy friend Mike is here.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Top of the morning to you yet again. You're not late this time, Mike. Thanks for your timeliness. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a really critical deal. And I think with when you step back and realize that you're not in charge of other people's happiness, you can create an environment that people can flourish in. You can create a positive environment, all that. But ultimately, you're not responsible for other people's happiness. You are responsible for your own.
Yeah, you're definitely not responsible for it, but actually you can have an effect by just being happy, and it gets contagious.
Yeah. Or you can be a downer, and you can kind of mess up the mood, right?
I was just talking to a friend of mine that's in the event industry. She was one of the people that I used to sell my show. So she's been around the whole trade show world for a long, long time. Lots of outlets there. And she was saying, "What are you doing on this video thing?" And I said, "It's about happiness." And she got confused because where's the business part of happiness? It's like if you're, say, for example, looking for a job, and you go to apply for the job and what's your background? I don't know. I'm just trying to find a job. And I wanted this job. Well, you're going to have to have a better mood. But it's so depressing. How am I going to?
Yeah.
You think you're going to do that gig?
You look at who's going to hire that person, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe you can look past it and say, "Oh, there's something going on." And by the way, I'm looking off to the side because I wanted to pull something up from somebody who. This is a good topic because this is a season, if you will, of gratitude, right? And I think being grateful can drive happiness. And I was trying to find, because a guy that I know had done a post about what do you do when you're not feeling real grateful, right? Well, his name is Mitch Matthews. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's got a podcast, kind of Dream Big. He had ended up with 72 answers. But what's your go-to strategy for sparking a sense of gratitude? Do you do a list of things you're grateful for? Do you ask yourself a question? How do you do it, big or small? What can you do? So there was all these answers, right? Somebody listens to music. Somebody says they try to find the good in every day and focus on the good and not the bad. Another person's music. Somebody journals the gratitude journal, right? To remind them what went well that day, right? So there's so many different things, right?
Mhm.
And my response to that was when I am feeling a little self-indulged, when I'm not feeling as grateful, I literally will jump on the system that we've talked about and I will create or send a package to somebody or a card to try to make somebody's day. And the anticipation of knowing they're going to get that can kind
Yes.
of fuel me through, right?
Yep.
I'm grateful that I have the ability, the means, the financial means to be able to do that. And then I get a wait in anticipation for when they get it. So when you get out of your own way, when you start focusing on other people, you can really drive your own happiness. You can drive your own gratefulness, right? So that was my answer. Let me see what else. So this one person says every night with their kids, everyone in the family shares at least one thing they're grateful for at the end of the night, which I think is great. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. There you go, Mike. Exactly. Get out of your own way and be of service to others. Makes you happier. It makes you more grateful, right?
It does. It gives you a feeling of purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I do those little puzzles and stuff. I think I got one right here, my postcard that I made with MailBoxPower postcard. This is kind of a fun thing, and I think I've told the story of I used to use this for my booking my magic stuff, and I'd send it to people, and I'd get calls in the middle of the night where people would be at the bar trying to put the puzzle together.
Yeah.
And they would call me and ask for the solution. What's up with this damn puzzle? I can't get this damn thing. And that's fun.
Yeah.
So it makes me happy to do stuff like that by sending out unusual stuff, like my real estate one that I did. I thought this was bizarre looking. I found this picture.
I liked it. I received it. I liked it.
So it's just fun to do that kind of stuff, and then sending the gifts and things.
Yep.
It's not that expensive to do that once in a while, and it makes you happy. And
well, and you put the graphic said finding happiness, right? You can also, it could have been creating happiness, right? Discovering happiness, manifesting happiness. There's a lot of different words, right?
Well, I'm saying that I find it through doing that. If I'm
exactly.
I'm depressed, what should I do? Well, send something to somebody.
Yep. Get out of your own way. And it might not even be send, right? I think that's a great solution. It might be send a quick message to somebody that you've, kind of lost track of. Mm-hmm. It's, I love doing video messages to people, right? Birthdays or whatever. I love doing that. So it's just connecting, I think, can drive some happiness. And or the system that we have where you create a surprise. But even when I send somebody a video or a text that out of the blue, it's a surprise. Surprises are good. It pulls us out of our daily funk. And back to the business thing, right? They said, oh, you kind of thought this was a business thing, right? But happiness and success in business are all interrelated. Another quote, Herman Cain said, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you're doing, you will be successful, right? So if somebody says, if I just was more successful, I'd probably be a happier person. No, you got it in the wrong order. Get happy. And then people probably want to be around you. People want to do business with you. People, more likely to lend you a hand to help you be successful because you're happy. So, yeah.
Here's something that made me happy yesterday. I interviewed a guy. He's from the UK, out by the island of Man.
Okay.
Over there.
I need to watch that interview. That seems like a long ways away.
He is a guy that helps fitness professionals be successful in their business because they're passionate with fitness, and sometimes they forget about the business part of it. But what made me happy was he found out about the MagicBrad show through watching us because he brought you up.
Oh, really?
Some of the things that you had said. Yeah. So that's kind of cool that I love it when that's what makes me happy when all of a sudden I see some results that happen from something.
Sure.
We do all this stuff and we've been meeting like every week, every morning, and you wonder if anybody's seeing it. Well, somebody is seeing it on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
So it's out there and it gives you
that's
that
so cool.
encouragement. Huh?
Yeah. That is so cool.
It is.
Right?
You feel like I'm accomplishing something.
And that's one of the beauties of the internet, which has its major flaws, but that is a cool thing, is it connects people from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. I'll have to go back and watch that interview or your discussion, if you will.
Yeah, it was similar to what we're doing right now, just talking about stuff. And And these times right now that we're in with all this COVID stuff and now the holidays coming in, people start getting depressed this
Yeah.
time of year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. I guess it's probably a combination of winter
Yeah.
and people that maybe have had broken families and they're kind of depressed, or they lost
Yeah.
loved ones and things, and it reminds them, remember when Dad used to come and he's not around anymore. We can't do the Christmas party, and
Yeah. You're right.
in that spot. So you need to send something to somebody, or just to give them a little phone call or a text,
Yeah.
or say hi and be happy. And
It is a combination, I agree, of a lot of that. It's the colder weather. I think it's the darkness. It's the gray skies, at least in the Midwest, that we start to experience this time of year. And the holidays, right? I mean, there's an emotional time. It seems like a lot of loss happens around Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's timeline, and you're reminded of it, kind of annually. For whatever reason, it just seems that way. The last couple of years have been hard on people, and didn't get together. And now, heck, you look at Minnesota and we're up 35% case rates. And now people are wondering, should we do the Thanksgiving? Should we get together? Like, there's a lot, right? Right now, they can bring you down.
People need to be and want to be loved. So sometimes it's easy for a person to get into a pity party because then they get that love.
Certainly.
And it's kind of the wrong way of doing it,
Yeah. Hey, I know that I opened my renewal for my health insurance. That made me sad. And so, so that's just one more factor in the world, right? That can just kind of get you. But I have a choice each day to decide to focus on the good, not the bad. I have a choice to be positive. And I look at it this way, and to try to not only be positive myself, but try to be a light for other people, right? I don't want to be a shadow on their world and continue to bring it down. And I'll just kind of random example. I mentioned health insurance, right? I did a post a couple days ago about my renewal and how I'm going to get the pleasure of spending $31,000 and change next year before my health insurance company picks up one nickel. And I think it's incredibly devastating. It's wrong, right? And I wasn't even going to do the post because that's not a bow post. That's not anything that might bring light, joy, laughter, inspiration. There was nothing in there that would be something I normally put into the universe. But there was a couple reasons to do it. It was is to remind people that do have a job that provides some of those benefits. A reminder to them that is a great benefit and don't discount that, right? That was one piece. It was kind of open a dialogue. Is there other solutions? But here's what came of that. Dustin Speed, for example, another fellow AGC member jumps on there. Bo, you got to talk to this guy who was the speaker last night at AGC. I couldn't make it to the meeting. He's involved in, he has solutions, alternative solutions. I spoke to him yesterday. We're going to connect today. So by putting that out to the universe, it might create a solution. So there's some value to it, right? I didn't want to bring people down. So at the end of the day, I did a post about my silly light switches. I literally have no idea what the light switches do. I've lived there for 7 years. I just keep flicking until I get the desired outcome. It's ridiculous. I should know by now what each switch does. And the comments that came back through and all of the input was absolutely glorious. People were laughing. It was kind of a funny thing. Last night, my wife did a tutorial. She made me stand there with her, and she flipped each switch one at a time. She said, you just have to focus, and you'll know what they do. I love it. Crazy. So anyway, that's my rant.
What's really funny about that, because I've been thinking about like all this internet marketing stuff, and I go on to some things like that goofy TikTok and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Those people are making money using that as a platform to connect with other people, to build affiliate programs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that the way marketing is these days, it's not about maybe it is, but it seems like it's not. It's not about a linear educational process to get them to purchase. It almost seems like it's something weird. And what made me happy this morning, because I was kind of, it's gray out and stuff.
Yeah. It's snowing here.
Well, I did this. Let's see if it comes up.
Here are three ways. Three ways to make money on the internet.
I don't even know how you do that. Those things do make you happy, right?
It's kind of fun. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen the MagicBrad dancers?
I've seen you share something about that, how that makes you smile, because they're the MagicBrad dancers, right?
It was a thing I did on Fiverr. It cost me $5 to have someone do this video, and some guy over in India somewhere had.
Oh, for real?
They put clay pots on their head, and with chalk they wrote magic on one and Brad on the other.
No way.
And they did a little music and dance thing.
I thought it was just something you discovered on the internet, and you're like, "Oh, this is the same as MagicBrad." I didn't know you created that. That's amazing.
If you Google the word MagicBrad dancers, you'll find it on YouTube.
I'm gonna find it.
And then at the end they go, "Please Google MagicBrad."
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, you talk about TikTok and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Some of that can just make you laugh, bring you joy, and make you smile. It's all good. A friend of mine, and she was also the one that took my oldest daughter's senior photos, right? So she's a photographer. They have a phenomenal family. They rented my RV a few times, and we've gotten to know them. Anyways, just a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, her daughter came into her room and she videoed it. And she did this kind of Jersey accent and just went off about, and it was, I don't know, maybe a minute long TikTok, right? And mom had a filter on so that when it was showing her face, the daughter's face, it had put red eyes on her, right? Just a subtle thing, but it was just one more little thing. She had lipstick all over the place. And anyways, It was great. It now has over 1 million views. And it was in under 2 weeks. So then she made part 2. Part 2 is even more popular. She comes into the room and literally just slams the door. I think she wrecked the drywall, like just blew it open. And now she's done number 3. So now there's this following. She's had 4, 5, 6 million views on a few videos. Who knows what's going to happen with that? All because of taking a chance, doing a goofy video, probably going to turn into some type of she's going to be able to monetize it, right?
Yes.
It's amazing to me. But
That's all easy. It's very easy to monetize. An example would be just hook up a MailBoxPower link onto it. You'd be an affiliate of MailBoxPower or anything, and you just hook a link onto it, and now start getting views. I mean, it'd be good if it was congruent, and aligned with it. Yeah. But she could, maybe if she's a yoga instructor and they do laughter yoga or something, and she just does wacky videos to make yourself happy. And then there's an affiliate program probably for yoga mats or something. And you could hook that on there and just start doing goofy 30-second videos. Yeah. And quit your job.
You know the beauty of it? This is so you sit there, right? And there's opportunity everywhere. There's revenue generating activities everywhere, including with the goofiness of the internet. But you don't even have to be that original. No. You could take somebody else's popular TikTok with the same music and same actions and duplicate it, where you do it like you show them, then they show you. I watched one yesterday. And you don't even have to be that original. And it can still be something that creates that. But I think the at least for a guy like me, the fear is having to continuously create content. You know, instead of being one and done or two and done. You have you need to map it out. Like you have to have a strategy. I don't think you just wing it. And so
I think you can just wing it. Like you just got done talking about your friend. Did you think they map that out?
No, probably not. But now they're probably sitting there going, how do we keep this up?
That's the problem. Don't think about it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
All right. I like it. I like it.
And Frank is here.
Hey, Frank, how are you? Good to see you. Great conversation.
He's spying on us. Nah, you're not, because we know you're there. Yeah. But so that's kind of my point, that for 40 cents, you can send a postcard to somebody. And if you want to send it to 100 people and you times that by 100 and you make a bunch of people happy just with a wacky postcard, just have some fun. Correct. And you would be surprised if you've got that hooked onto an affiliate link, you might make some money.
Yeah, that's right. And we've said this over and over and over again, but the fact that you can send somebody something with such an easy process that you know is going to make their day, right? Boxes are better. The fact that somebody's going to get a package in the mail or a card, right? They're going to see a card. Maybe it's going to have a QR code that links them to a video that's just you making them smile. It's you making them laugh. Like there's so many ways to do that, to uplift somebody's day with such minimal cost. And then it creates this energy in the world. I believe in
memorable.
Yeah, and it certainly keeps you memorable. There's lots of tools out there to do that. This one happens to be, anybody watching this, go to Magic Marketing Tool, check it out.
Imagine if someone did get a job, like my friend was looking for a job, and they got the job, and they were there for 10, 15 years. And then they sit at the bar someday, and they go, so how the heck did you ever get this job? Well, there was a cockroach running through my kitchen, and I took my video, and I recorded it, and I put it up on the internet, and someone saw it, right? And they hired me because they thought I was fun.
And that's actually possible, right? I'm sure it's happened. Yeah, you never know what it will do for you by
These
being a little
days.
bit creative and taking the chance, right?
Yeah.
So I keep threatening this TikTok thing to my family, particularly my kids. They're not really having it, but we'll see. We'll see.
You mean threatening that you're going to start doing TikTok?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're not big fans of that.
They don't want
They
you
would
to
be if all of a sudden it generated money. They wouldn't have a problem with that,
or fun
right?
or fame
Huh?
or fun or fame. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of whacked stuff on TikTok.
There's some bad stuff on
But you
TikTok.
can choose which direction you want to go. You've got that fork in the road, and God gave you that freedom of choice. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
You have to be willing to not hold one down, and you have to be willing to say that's not content for me. You know, there's a lot out there, but yeah. All right. So what else? What do you have planned for next week? Thursday is Thanksgiving, little buddy.
Yeah, we probably won't do our little thing on Thursday.
Well, certainly not on Thursday or Friday, but if you want to do maybe Wednesday, we could probably do it. But yeah, well, I mean, are you hosting there? Are you gonna have a low key event? What's the plan with you?
No, I don't know. I haven't
like
talked to my wife about that. I better figure that one out.
Yeah,
Because we do that sometimes.
you should. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading down to Iowa.
Why?
Yeah, I know.
Do they have Thanksgiving in Iowa?
They do. They still do. Yeah, they still celebrate a little bit of history. You're gonna go see some family. It's gonna be good.
Where about are you?
In Iowa, family?
Yeah.
The Des Moines area.
And is that in the central?
Central, right? Square, right where I-80 goes through 35, literally the heart of the country.
I've been through there.
Yeah.
I remember once we were driving down to Dallas for a convention, and I was going through Iowa in the winter, and you're driving along, all of a sudden a big truck comes by and kicks up all this white dust.
You remember
Can't
that.
see nothing, and I'm just glad that they had straight roads in Iowa.
Yeah. I've had some bad drives in Iowa, but I've had some bad drives in Minnesota too, right? We still get the same snow and ice and nonsense, which I'm not ready for. But truly this morning, I've got sunshine right now, but we have some snow on the ground. It was actually coming down fairly hard for a little while today. And I didn't know that was, I don't think it was predicted, but it'll go.
I'm ready for it. I got the snow blower at the other end of the garage already.
Yeah, I'm ready too. Bring it on. Bring it on. And if it's going to be cold, we might as well just snow. You know, that's the way I am. Okay, so hey, we talked about happiness. Is there anything we've left on the table that we didn't discuss here?
There's a lot of things, but we don't have time.
Okay. All right.
A lot of stuff we haven't talked about.
That's true.
It's all good.
It's always glorious to catch up. And
it's fun.
And I appreciate your grateful attitude, your attitude of gratitude, right? And it inspires me, and keep it up, dude.
Okie dokie, Smokey. You're going in the green room, and I've got some digital Oreos in there. These have peanut.
Yeah, you mentioned peanut butter.
Peanut butter Oreos. Those are in back there if you want to grab some of those.
Okay, I'm going to have one.
Low-cal digital Oreos.
Sounds good.
See you
later.
Well, there you have it with my friend Bo, and then we had a good time talking about. Where is it? I lost my happiness. Oh, it's back. Okay, enough. Peace, love, and happiness. Magic Brad signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good. Be kind. Be safe. Be nice. See ya.